This is Earth, the planet we live on, and a beautiful mess of land. Ah, Christ, now everything's dead.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Pollution. It's that really cool thing you learned about in, like, what, 3rd grade when your teacher handed you a Times Kids magazine. God, those things went unbelievably hard. I love them.
För barn av det svenska imperiet står våra karoliner på vakt.
Pollution is defined as the presence or introduction into the environment of a substance or thing that has harmful or poisonous effects. Basically, when the blue stuff is in blue.
So, why does pollution matter, like, at all? Well, not only does it contaminate the environments that we live in, but it also can lead to suffering for life forms, including us, in certain environments. Animals might also consume trash that we throw away, which can kill them, shock. And waste also has the ability to start fires and further destroy landscape, which has been seen in the Amazon and all over the world at this point. What we eat can cause pollution. Meat in particular is the biggest outlier on all this. Due to the cooking process and other mega farms that produce all these carbon emissions, it's easily one of, if not the most carbon-emitting food that you can eat. Just eat the veggie bacon, you coward. This isn't 2012, we're like gorging down 15 pounds of that homegrown, God-given American red meat. That will give like a heart attack in like 5 years. Was the most like hilarious thing ever. You know, munch some grass for all I care.
Air pollution is bad.
But what if I told you I was lying this entire time? I sure got you, didn't I? No, I was actually just gaslighting you the entire time. Reading and writing those lines in the paper alone made me cringe.
When you're facing climate breakdown, when the trees are all on fire, when half the country's underwater, when a climate change denier runs the nation, you know you're living in a failed state.
I'm going to speed through these next few points because I have 3 essays due tomorrow, and I'm actually cooked recording this at 8:33 p.m. So, what am I trying to get at here? Well, I hate to use the line, oh, the top 100 corporations in the United States of America actually produce all pollution. Yeah. It's been done before, it's been said before, but that's because it's pretty much true. It's pretty obvious that corporations produce the largest amount of carbon emissions, whether it be car companies, food companies, everything about that. Factories, everything you can think of in a corporate aspect causes pollution in some way. So how can we fix this? First, look at yourself. Why are these companies producing so much carbon emissions and just destroying the environment for their own profit? Because guess who's buying that stuff? It's you. Although there's a line between government intervention and what they've done to, increase the power of these companies through lobbying, which is the practice of giving people money so they can, do other stuff for you in the political space, and then you actively participating in the system. It's like obesity, for example. Yeah, sure, the sugary products are all cheap because the government made the food pyramid, which is a god-awful system. But then there's that personal responsibility of you eating it. And you can connect this to cars as well. Americans in the 1920s, the 30s, and especially 40s and 50s scaved over neighborhoods en masse and streets to make room for cars, which were buying their interest through the government. So they could have more streets, which would mean more people buy cars, which would mean more money in their pockets. In transportation, cars especially, are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, causes of pollution in the modern day. But who's driving these cars? Who is going to public meetings, and whenever someone mentions the even possibility of public transportation, such as bicycles or buses in America, are instantly booed off the stage? It's us. We are a part of the problem, and we can't deny that. But we also can't just sit in this endless pit of doomerism where we just don't do anything about it, and we just succumb to this fate. So, what can we do other than just packing our bags, moving to the Netherlands, or anywhere else where everything just seems better? You can vote for people in, your local landscape that are wanting to implement public transportation and all that stuff. Even though there's not many of those around there, of those candidates that want specifically advertise that, just give it your best shot. Another thing you can do, tell your friends. Just go out there, spread the word if you want to. They might not care, they might care. Just worth a shot. And although many American cities are just straight up not walkable, there's a few sections where you can at least ride a bike or take a walk. It might not be fun, it might not be efficient, But if you can manage, just do it. And finally, just make personal choices that better affect the environment. Purchasing different things from a different company, although may seem difficult due to the massive monopolies we have nowadays, it's just like with everything else in this video, at least try. Also, by the way, if it makes you feel any better, we're actually making a lot of decent developments on how much emissions we're producing, even in the global world leaders, countries factor, all that good stuff. The thing is that a lot of that pollution came from boomers just not knowing how to do stuff back then in the 80s and the 90s, when we actually have to get rid of that pollution that we currently have. We can't just stop more from getting in, which, by the way, isn't even totally working right now. So yeah, just keep that in mind.